Welcome to the Bitter Upper Lip. Thank you very much for tuning in, and yes, we are finally back after a very long hiatus. Very happy to be back, and for what better reason than new beer from across the country. So, my little brother just came back. He's an archaeologist, and he's been working in New Mexico, so he knows me. He came back with quite a haul of stuff that I cannot get here in the Peach State. So for the next couple videos, we're going to be featuring some of the wares that he brought from New Mexico, and we're going to kick off with none other than from the Cumbre Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is their elevated IPA. This is an American style IPA. It comes in at 7.2 ABV, and the IBUs right up there at 100. And just in case, yes, of how fresh it is, at the bottom of the can here, it says it was canned on August 12th of this year. And this is a new one for me, time stamped as well. So at 9:46 in the morning. So I don't know if you can see it there. There's the Best Buy. I am recording this on August 28th. So that's how fresh we're dealing with it. And much the same, they are telling you to drink it now. This beer, it seemed familiar when my brother told me about it, and then I realized, and they have it right on the can here, this was a gold medal winner back in 2011 at the Great American Beer Fest. It won the gold medal in the American Style India Pale Ale category, and apparently as well, doing some research, it won, I think it was a bronze medal at the World Beer Cup the next year. Yeah, I think it was bronze. So this beer is an absolute hop cocktail. I looked into. It has, and I don't even have all the hops listed. There's a huge long laundry of them, but we got Simcoe, Citra, Mosaic, Centenneal, Chinook, Sauvin. Very interesting malt bill as well, which I'll probably put down here at the bottom of the description for any of y'all wanting to keep notes of that. So yeah, new beer, fresh IPA. Again, what better reason is why we're starting with this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this in a glass. I have never had this beer before. I know nothing about it other than its reputation and its resume. So let's get it in the glass here. Ooh, that color is on point already. Oh man, yeah, it's gorgeous. Let's just give it a little bit of room here at the top. Perfect. Well, you can see here in the glass, I mean, it's pretty much just looks like apple juice, straight up. I mean, that's really the best. Looking at the light here, best color. Super, super dark, amberish yellow, bit of orange tinge to it. Again, basically apple juice is exactly what it looks like. Nice little head, beading on the head, bit of mix between nice fine bubbles and a few coarse bubbles. Has that kind of real live yeasty look to it, which I'm hoping that of course means they didn't pasteurize or do anything. A little bit of bubbles coming from the bottom here. So let's go ahead and get a whiff of it. Oh yeah. Unmistakably an IPA. Definitely getting some citrusy, fruity notes, some orange in there. A little bit of pine. A little bit of dankness, not super danky, but I'm definitely getting a lot of the orange, tangerine. A little bit of grassy notes, very heavy, juicy with a slight dank tinge to it would be the best way to describe it. So, all right, let's get on the lip here. Cheers. Oh boy. God. All right. If hop flavor was like white noise static on your tongue, that's what this is. It's like it hit my tongue and just went to like channel 4 on the news. It's just this buzzing in my mouth, and I'm trying to parse through it. It's pleasant. It doesn't taste scattered. It doesn't taste oppressive. It is just I mean, that's the best way to describe it. It's just like a sensory immersion. I just cannot. Yeah, now my mouth literally feels a bit sticky right now. A bit. All right, I'm gonna try again so I can get a little bit more of a mapping of the flavor. It's delicious. Yeah, so front of the tongue, a little bit sweet. You get a much more kind of sappy hop note at the front of the tongue. Not really bitter, a little sweet. Middle back of the tongue, you're getting a bit more piney type notes. A little bit of juiciness. Back of the tongue is just full on like tree sap is what it is. And I think that was what was getting me after that first sip is it's just super long finish. Um, yeah, even right now, it tastes like I just took a sip of it. It is not going away at all. And you can see I am trying to work it through my tongue. Okay. Mouth feels very appropriate, very medium. It tastes like you would expect the weight of an IPA. Feels heavier, definitely, and I don't know if that is in conjunction with the backbone of malt that you would have to support all these hops, the hops themselves. So, yeah, I'd say a bit of a heavier IPA. We're going to go ahead and put some more from the can here. Swirl in the can a bit. Not really doing just from the can. No real haze. It's very filtered, very clean, super clear. Now it's had some time to breathe. I'm getting a little less like orange tangerine notes and a lot more grassy, piney kind of notes to it. There's also a little bit of a spice tinge coming out. Maybe that's the Chinook bleeding through a little bit. Yeah. Carbonation's expected. Nothing really noteworthy about it. Nothing good, nothing bad. It's just kind of there. It's appropriate for the style. Given again, like the malt, the weight of the beer and everything, it's not doing anything to add to or really feels like it's diminishing the finish just because there's just so much of an aftershock of this beer's flavor. Yeah, very delicious IPA. Gosh, I mean, this to me is a great example of why, with so many IPAs, you just cannot buy off a can. Like you know, as they've said back in the 60s, there's no replacement for displacement. I mean, you're buying muscle cars on like the numbers of horsepower and everything. I think a lot of times we fall prey to that with IPAs. We see a double and think it's automatically going to be bigger and more prolific than a single. And same thing with Imperial or triples or all that. I mean, if you were just walking around the gas station or whatever, this is just a regular old IPA. But this thing is like a friggin' Tsar Bomba compared to some of the bigger, badder, more red carpet Imperial double, triple IPAs I've had. This is, for what it's worth, it is not shocking to me that this won the medals that it did. Yeah, it's like an IPA that's just turned up to 11. This is a very like Spinal Tap, if you will, IPA. But again, not oppressive. I still feel like I'm drinking this like I would want this with like some Thai food or a curry that you would want. I feel like a dish that is gonna be able to not be diminished in flavor, something strong. I feel like something spicy just as much. So yeah, first beer I've ever had from La Cumbre out of Brewing, Albuquerque. Bravo, cheers to y'all. My God. I've got other La Cumbres that my brother bought me. I cannot wait to try them now because good God, if this is my entry point, boy, I am excited. So yeah, you know me and my style. I'm not going to give you a number or anything. You like IPAs, you absolutely 1000% need to go out of your way to get this. This is probably one of the best IPAs I've had in a long time, in terms of not just the quality, but I know I'm going to be thinking about this for a long time. And I'm not even a huge IPA guy. Let's just... Yeah, this would to me be like, this might. I mean, this might be one of the best IPAs I've ever had, just because it's so multidimensional. It isn't like, as is common with IPAs, it isn't like, oh, it's just super grassy or it tastes like orange juice. Right? Like, no, there is all kinds of shit going on with this. It is an orchestra of hops. Again, bravo to La Cumbre for being able to pull off that kind of chemical partnership. Absolutely go check it out. Big thumbs up from me. Happily making my lip bitter on that. So yeah, again, check it out if you can get it. I know if you're in Georgia, that might be hard, but I'm not really sure what their distribution is. But again, this is La Cumbre, based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's the can. Check them out if you can get it. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks again for checking back with me and being patient. I am absolutely going to try to get these videos out more consistently. Long story short, I've got a new job. I have moved. I am set up. I'm out of school. I'm actually in a very stable place for the first time in many years. So I feel like I can maintain the course of putting these videos out appropriately as I need to. So as always, thank you, Gary, again. Enjoy your drinking. Until next time, be sure to keep your mind clear, your heart pure, and your upper lip bitter. And we will see you next time. Cheers.